How to breathe calm into your driving panic. Now, it's a simple concept, but breathing can make a fundamental difference to how you drive, or more importantly, how you cope whilst driving. At first, when I started working with anxious drivers, I used to feel really silly explaining to them how to breathe. But when you're in a panicked state, every time you get in the car, you're actually breathing to survive. And just to get through the journey, no matter how small, it can be a challenge. A familiar journey you've taken many times before can suddenly become a mountain to climb. And that may even be before you turn the engine on. When driving in a heightened state of anxiety, you're nervous about the route. You can see danger at every turn and worry about what could happen if. Only actually a few short breaths away from panic attack. And during this blog, I'll clearly explain what panic attack is, why you might be experiencing panic behind the wheel. And I'll teach you 2 techniques to help you to calm your breathing, feel more relaxed and in control and composed behind the wheel. Essentially, how to breathe calm into your driving panic. Now, panic attacks are your mind and body's response to fear. They're an exaggerated reaction to anxiety, stress, and overwhelm. Because your subconscious mind's number one job is to keep you free and safe from harm, anxiety is actually a good thing. But when it's out of control, it can perceive dangers where they don't actually exist. And this perceived danger alerts you to stop doing the thing that is causing the fear, i.e., stop driving. Now, this fear can present as nausea, feeling faint or dizzy, having a racing heart, struggling to breathe. Often when we're panicking, we're really shallow breathing. We're not using the full extent of our lungs to breathe. It may even feel like pins and needles in your hands and feet, or feel like a disconnection from your mind, body, and surroundings. Now, these symptoms are actually letting us know that we need to be aware of this danger. But why do they exist when you've driven down a road a million times before? Well, panic attacks happen at a different time for everyone. You may never have experienced one. You may have had one and then never had another. You may or might experience one and not know what it is, but it leaves you with an underlying sense of dread. Or you may find that familiar or new and unfamiliar surroundings can easily bring on a panic attack, triggering you each time you get in the car, simultaneously eroding your confidence and further establishing that fear. Now, panic attacks can be scary. I can speak from a place of experience, but there are things that you can do to help yourself cope. And breathing techniques can help you to calm that part of your mind that actually wants to protect you at all costs, even if there is in fact no danger. It's a perceived danger your mind's reacting to. It helps the subconscious mind to know that you're aware of the potential threat, but you can handle the situation. And breathing techniques can help you to calm those physical sensations that you're experiencing in your body, helping you to slow a racing heart and actually bringing you back to the present moment. Now, the benefits of breathing techniques for driving panic are that you'll get the most benefits out of them if you practice them and we practice them again. The more you practice a breathing technique, the more they become second nature when you really need them. When you practice a breathing technique, what you're actually in essence doing is you're teaching your subconscious mind, actually, when this happens again, I would like to calmly breathe my way out of it rather than blind panic like most of us have experienced. It's recommended that you're sitting or lying while you perfect these techniques. Obviously, ideally, you don't want to do them whilst you're driving initially. You want to use them when you've learned that technique. Once practiced, you can use them when you feel anxious, nervous, or you can feel those symptoms of panic coming on. They can help you to calm your nerves before you get in the car. And you're then able to recall them if you do feel panic whilst you're driving. And they fundamentally can help you to feel in control of the physical symptoms of anxiety that you experience, calming those symptoms with each breath that you take. And a really important thing to remember that is if you breathe in through your nose, it's impossible to have a panic attack. So that's a really good tip. If you only remember one thing from this blog, is to breathe in through your nose. So how to breathe calm into your driving panic. I'd like you to inhale a deep, full breath in without forcing your breath and letting your breath flow out naturally. And as you do this, lengthen your out breath. This helps you to activate the body's parasympathetic nervous system, moving you from that state of fight and flight response to one of relaxation, calm, and control. Now, if you only remember one thing when you're panicking, it's really to breathe out longer than you breathe in. So if you breathe in through your nose and then breathe out longer through your mouth, that really helps to activate that relaxed response. And don't worry if you get one of these techniques wrong or if you feel like it's not working at the start. Keep practicing them because the impact increases the more you practice. So starting with the first breathing technique, this is a breath to release anxiety or breathe to release anxiety. And it's a 4-7-8 technique. And that means that you breathe in through your nose for the count of 4. You hold your breath for the count of 7. You breathe out through your mouth for the count of 8. And that's one cycle. And I'd normally recommend doing 3 or 5 cycles of any breathing technique. So you're really getting the full benefit. If you then want to repeat that and repeat it again until you feel in a really calm, natural state, that's really for you to practice and know what feels good for you. So if you want to practice it with me now, breathing in through your nose for the count of for the count of 4, holding your breath for the count of 7, and then breathing out through your mouth for the count of 8. And it really is that simple. But this teaches your mind and your body that you are safe and that you can cope and you are in control. So moving on to the second breath, the super calm breath, which is 7-2-11-2. So that's breathing in through your nose for the count of 7, holding for the count of 2, breathing out through the count of 11, and holding for the count of 2. And you can see this one is really elongating that out breath, really elongating that out breath to activate that parasympathetic nervous system response, which is the one that helps you to feel calm and in control. So doing it with me then, breathing in through your nose for the count of 7, holding for the count of 2, out for the count of 11, and then holding for the count of 2. And again, you want to cycle these in either 3 or 5 cycles and stop when you're feeling calm and in control. But now you know the symptoms of panic attack, and you may even have some more of your own. You might feel panicked whilst driving or anxious, or even when thinking about getting in the car. Now, if you can use these 2 simple breathing techniques whilst you're thinking about getting in the car, you know that you can already calm your mind. So when you actually get in the car, you've got 2 that you can go to if you were to feel panic. You may find that you use them more to begin with than you need in the end. I rarely use these now because I'm so used to using them that they're probably happening without me really realizing. And you can see that breathing is so simple that no one even needs to know that you're doing it. So you can practice these breathing techniques at work, at home, or during any journey. But the more you can practice remaining calm and in control of any anxiety, nervousness, or panic, the more that you can feel in control and help you to relax any of those symptoms going forward. And if you'd like to see more examples of these techniques, you can follow me again, Therapy Social, on Instagram, Facebook, or LinkedIn. And if you'd like to know more about how hypnosis can help you to overcome your driving phobia, anxiety, or fear, you can book a free exploration call. To find out more by clicking the link below.